Imagination is the key, and with Flexo you will see a Flexillion possibilities.
Incredible.
Hey there Flexo fam, it's that time of week again, time for you to get creative. Today we're going to be building Bob the Fish. Our friend Bob the Fish is a fairly simple build and great for beginners. We've built him two different ways. Keep watching along to find out what they are. These are the parts you're going to need to build Bob the Fish. We've used these colours to make Bob blue, but you can choose any colours you like for your Bob. Alright family, let's get making. First we're going to start by connecting some blue rectangle bricks with T3 tendons. As always, we'll be using the circle in the top right hand corner to tell you what length tendon we're using for each part of the build. Here you can see I'm building on a nice hard flat surface, and I'm using the tool to help me get the tendons in. Once we've made Bob's body, we're going to connect a couple triangles to create his nose and his fin. Then we're going to move on to his tail. Here you can see I've picked up the build and I'm building it in my hands. You can do it this way as well if you feel more comfortable, or you can continue to build it on the table. Once we've made our first layer for Bob, it's time to lock off the tendons by placing a second layer of bricks on top. Here we've used a circle brick because that's going to help define Bob's eye later on in the build. Now for the eye, so Bob can see where he's going. And the final piece is a triangle brick in his side for another fin. Here we haven't used a tendon, we've actually squeezed the triangle brick in between the studs of the rectangle. And there's our bendy friend, Bob the Fish. Now let's have a look at another way you can build Bob the Fish. This version of Bob is double-sided, so he's got an eye on both sides and fins out both sides. Here we're going to be using twice the number of pieces. To build Bob this way, we need to go back to the first layer, and instead of putting the second layer of bricks on top, we're going to take a T5 tendon and connect it all around the outside of Bob. Now that we have the tendons in, it's time to place the second layer on top. Whoops! As you can see, I forgot to put one of the tendons in. No problem, use the tool to pop the brick off and place your final tendon in. Now that we have our Bob with all the extra tendons, it's time to build the other side of Bob. So here you can see we've built the other side of Bob by building a mirror reflection. This is going to be important for the next bit, where we connect the two sides together. Turn Bob over, place the other side of Bob on top. We're then going to take the T5 tendons and bend them 180 degrees into the other side of Bob. Once they're in, we lock them off with another brick so they don't pop out. You want to work your way around the body, making sure you bend all the T5 tendons into the other side, and placing another brick on top. Then connect Bob's other eye. Final part of the build is we need to give him his two fins. Just like before, you take the triangle and you squeeze it in between the studs of the rectangle. And there we have our double-sided Bob the Fish. Alright Flexo fam, a bit of an easier build this week. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave any comments you have down below. Don't forget to subscribe to us and make sure you have that notifications bell on so that you will know exactly when we come out with the next video. That's all from us fam. As always, we want you to go out there, be creative, think differently, and have fun.